So, and I know you mentioned in your BNI profitable insurers all the time. But so, like, what is probate and like, why is it? It seems like almost as like a bad word, so to speak.
I know. Estate planning and creating living trusts is all about avoiding the courts. And of course, probate court is when you probably don't have any planning and someone passes away. Now the court has to decide because you didn't write anything down, and the court has to decide what's going to happen, who's in charge. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people in that situation. So the courts are very impacted, as you may know. So probate is to be avoided because it takes a long time. And of course, going through courts, it's stressful. And it costs a lot of money too. So the fees and the costs, they're set. I didn't make those up. It's by statute. And it just goes up, especially if you have larger estates.
So, my mom finally recently got her estate planning done, and initially she was very resistant because she kept saying, "Well, I have a will, and you guys already know what I've told you." And I'm like, "So, what do you think of that when people tell you, well, I already have X, Y, and Z, or what does estate planning consist of? It's not
You
just."
know, that's definitely a misconception that a lot of clients come to me. They're like, oh, I already have a will. Well, I hate to break it to you, but sometimes a will alone will not avoid probate court. And the reason why is because a will probably says, I give my assets to blah, 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 blah. And maybe, so and so will be the executor to kind of manage things. But the problem is the asset, the house, the bank account, this property, it's still in your name. And if you're not here, like what happens to it? So that's why people set up a trust and they put the asset into the name of the trust. And they're just consolidating assets into this trust so that if something happens, we already wrote it down in the trust what's going to happen. And the court really does not need to get involved with, where does it go and who's in charge? We wrote it all down.